I'm using Unity, but I'm not going to start a project from scratch. I'm going to use top-down engine, which is an asset that I already know, and this will allow us to speed up the development process a lot. So I'm going to start with us moving the character, switching to Aya Brea's model, right? We already have a little Aya here. As is evident, her dimensions are not accurate, correct? We must make adjustments to this, yet this means that it is functioning to some extent. And then I'll put her in his place, basically here, then she'll start walking. But she'll walk like him. So we'll have to review the animations later and see if we need to change anything or not. See, I got exactly what I needed. It's walking exactly like the photo. Look, don't you think it looked the same as in the photo? But hey, it's skating very well now. Woohoo! It's going to turn into a skating game. Comrade, she is already here. She's already walking. It already working with everything. She even jumps now, but gets on the ground later. My God in heaven, what is this? Wow, the more it jumps, the more it disappears. I solved here. Wow, shit. No, I didn't solve it because I have to override it. Now she doesn't jump anymore. This already solves that problem because there will be no jumping in the game. I don't need to solve a problem that we won't have. And remember I said I had a surprise for you? Look what I managed to find here. I'm even going to go through this door here. Do you recognize this place here? It's a level that reminds me the game. Are you recognizing this? Wow, it's stuck. It's not going to happen here, old man. It won't pass. It locked. I'll have to find another place to pass this door here. But if you still don't understand what this place is, I'll show you. Look at this, what I found. I had already found this here a few years ago, that some 3D modeler made this shooting gallery. That is very based on the one we see in the PlayStation. Very based on the stand we know. And I think this will give a really cool boost to this test we're doing here. Since we start the game here. Look at this, I'm going to put this in the game's cutscene. So I removed some box collider, which we wouldn't let go. Let's see what happens now. Will it pass now? Damn, it's not going to happen, old man. It won't let it go. I'll pass by force. You'll see. We get her here. Look, and that's it. I passed. Done. Boom, I passed. I'm a game developer, man. Nobody stops me. Live like now? Let's do the camera on live. Let's find out if I really know what I'm doing here. And now she's very, very close, right? At a distance, it will also limit the character's field of vision. It was something we had in Parasite Eve. With just a few taps, I've already arrived at a camera that I really like. It already looks in front of the char. So if the character is going up, it's going up. If the character is going down, it goes down. It always looks ahead of where the character wants to go. But then we deal with a problem, right? It's the walls. I think it looks really cool here, but you can see how the walls will get in the way. Wow, it looks like she shrunk in size. It's entering the ground, right? Now what we're gonna do is try to make her take a few shots. Since I'm using the top-down engine, that means I have several tools at my disposal, and one of them is a shooting system they have here. So I got a gun. I'm going to get all the guns here so you can see now. So I can now equip one here. A pistol, which is Lara's emblem. No, not Lara. Lara is another game, huh? From Aya Brea, but look, we can see that she doesn't hold the gun very well, but she's already shooting. Pew, pew, pow, bomb. Basically, it aims where the mouse is, but it moves where the player wants, right? So go shoot this A here. Look. Thump, 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 thump. Let's take a few shots at A. But this camera here, because it already moves too far forward, makes it a little more difficult to shoot, huh? But it's getting better. She's getting deeper and deeper into the ground. In the future, this will be a problem, I think, but for now, that's it. So, yeah, can I do that? No, I'm gonna start again, right? And then I go to the scene and this is the shot, right? This is the shot, guys. Does anyone remember this? She's really getting on the ground, look. Wow, her collider is totally out of way. Aya. You have root motion turned on, right? Well, basically, we can say that root motion is Oh, forget it. I'm not even going to explain, old man. I'm not even going to explain. Well, we already have the shots. She can walk now, but this camera is kind of bad. So as we can see here, walls are a problem, and we as developers have to find a solution to the problems. You will see that it will look different. Now she walks and the camera rotates to the side, but man, it's very difficult to control because it's already going the other way, right? Automatically. But you're going to say, why don't you rotate it with the mouse? Isn't it easier to rotate with the mouse? I don't know, huh, guys? Because he will need the mouse to shoot, right? One of the things I want to happen is for this game to be mobile too. So the camera needs to work both ways. And on mobile, I think it's more interesting that we have a joystick just to move the character. So just with this joystick here, I can move it well now. Guys, see what I found strange. In fact, it doesn't rotate anything to the side. She doesn't go anywhere. So it means that the camera is only used, the side here is only used to rotate the camera. So we go here, for example, we can rotate the camera and go wherever we want. So if we had just one joystick, as I showed there, it would get in the way. The walls get in the way, right? So to move it around, I made a new one. A new method here, which he will rotate the camera too. So at the same time he rotates the character, he rotates the camera. So you can move around by turning the camera and using just one stick, which is what I wanted. So mobile players can move around just using one finger. Currently here on mobile, you can't click. You have pressing the button here. So I'm going to change this so that you can click anywhere on the map and then this little site will appear. And one of the things I'm going to do to avoid these problems with entering the place, etc., is not to make the level design so short, right? Narrow. Narrow is the right word. That it wasn't even supposed to be spinning like that because in the desktop version you'll be spinning, but not in the version. I think it's a little strange to leave the character like that. Look. So what am I going to do? I'm only going to make it spin when I shoot. The character still doesn't rotate, but the weapon rotates, right? These are things that happen in game development that we have to fix, right? Things that the end player doesn't even pay attention to nor think have to be fixed. Look at her arm. It looks like it's soft. Look, the first bullet he shoots wrong. I shot the first bullet wrong, man. Well, these are things that we're going to have to correct there, man. Guys, this video is getting really long already. As I said, to finish, I want to at least show some of the power she may have. I was already here. When you shoot it, it releases a power. You can also charge the power and it releases stronger power. And she's in a spinning animation, right? But guys, it's just the first video. There's still a lot of stuff. If you look at what there is to fix here, my God, there's a lot of stuff. And then we go, shoot in the air? Of course not. There has to be at least one enemy here for us to shoot it, right? And I've even prepared the famous Resident Rat here. Resident Evil? Wrong. Parasite Eve. I think the first monsters we kill are rats. And then if we shoot him, he'll die. Look how cool it is. I'm going to put several mice. Wow, there's still a lot of work to be done here, huh? Let's destroy them with one. They are even breathing. He died. They all died. We're going to do a lot of things. It's a game where you have the possibility to do whatever you want if you have the time and resources to do it, right? We already have no time here and no resources to do it. Now let's kill everyone with fireworks. Fireballs. Oh, I already killed the first one, huh? Here, one more. Let's see if it kills everything. And this one is the last one. And this is how we end the video. Of course, I'm not going to release the game like that. There's a lot of things to do. If you liked it, buy Rogue Masters to help me. Thank you guys. I hope you liked the video. I tried to do everything I said I was going to do in an extremely short space of time. It was just a few hours. If you have ideas for other games that we can try to remake here, leave me a comment too, because we're going to make several games there. If you want to help me, please buy Rogue Master. We need new evaluations so that can support the development of games in Brazil. And until next time, thanks.